friends! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my second BoxyCharm unboxing, first impressions, wear test, and honest user reviews. As you guys know, these tend to be longer videos because if you happen to be new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I love BoxyCharm. I love doing a ton of videos about BoxyCharm, and this is going to be my paid for boxes for Luxe and Premium. I am super duper excited because there are some things in here that have shocked me. Shocked my face, shocked my makeup, shocked my hair, all of the things. And I'm going to be able to do the deep dives with you guys. As many of you know, I love to do my deep dives with BoxyCharm because I love to tell you what other people are saying. So I go online and let you know what other actual users of these products are saying, because my skin type or hair type or personal environments are different from other people. So I like to get some perspective, you know? Variety is the spice of life. And since I do get boxes from BoxyCharm as well in PR that I did earlier this month, and if you happen to miss that video, I'll go ahead and link her above for you. What I also love to do is compare. What did I get with them? What do I have now? Which boxes am I preferring? And which products are working great and which ones kind of missed the mark. And you may have an idea as I go through this which ones I'm already thinking about decluttering. Yeah, but there's also some standouts in here that have shocked me this month. So BoxyCharm seems to be turning it around for me. So as I tell my friends, these are chatty long videos. So I love to tell you guys to grab your tea, grab your snack, grab your water, get comfy because we have a lot to go through together. Cheers! My face today is actually shocking me, and I have to tell you, it's like my skin. It's like the base before we put on makeup stuff. So let's just start there. Last night, I tried this product for the very first time, and I am completely stunned. So starting with my premium box for my paid for boxes with BoxyCharm, I hadn't tried this yet, so I'm so excited to say that I tried this Tan Luxe Super Glow Hyaluronic Acid Self Tan Serum, and it is a $49 value. I didn't know what to expect from this. At first, I just thought it was a tan product. Then I realized it was a serum with hyaluronic acid in it, and I was like, oh, well, I do love me some hyaluronic, so let's investigate. And I started looking into it on the packaging, but also in the reviews, because your girl needed to do a little research for this. I was like, is it skincare? Is it a self-tanner? What are you? And so many people were giving this amazing glowing reviews, because I was kind of concerned, like, okay, it's 50 bucks. Hopefully that means it works and it's not just some overly priced, inflated skincare thing. So last night I pulled out this product and I put some in my hand, and it's a thicker serum. It recommends you do like 4 to 12 drops directly on your skin, massaging in circular motions. As I was trying to get the drops out, I was like, oh, this is pretty thick. I don't know how to do a drop. So I went back in because I felt like my syringe wasn't full. And maybe I did a touch too much, but I'm not even mad about it today because I worked it into my skin as directed on the bottle and in the directions, kind of worked it up and around and tried to get as even as a spread as I could. I haven't done a self-tan in a really long time, but I remembered the logistics of like, try to keep it even, try to keep it smooth. I also went across my neck, down the chest, just a bit, kind of whatever was left on my hands, just to kind of like use up the product. And that's where today I can tell I could do a little bit better next time. But this morning, I woke up, almost kind of forgot about it, and then I remembered as I was sitting down at my beauty desk, and I was like, whoa, I do look like my face got a gorgeous tan. I almost wish I would have taken this and pulled it down just a bit more, like in this region, just to kind of balance the color just a touch. It is technically fall, the day I am filming this. However, I really wish we would have gotten this earlier in the year, but I'm sure it probably didn't come around because they were still selling the product, and apparently it's getting great reviews. So there's a reason that we're probably getting it when we are, with a subscription box for makeup and skincare. But oh my gosh, I can't believe how good my skin looks. I can't believe how good my face looked. I felt like if I wasn't going to come on camera today and do a review video, I almost didn't need a full face of makeup. I could have just done just a little bit of, I don't know, brows, some mascara, a little touch here and there of powders, and go. Because I felt like it just made my skin look healthy glowy, not orange tinted. I was so pleased with it. I can't wait to play around with this some more. I'm really thinking, and it does say you can layer it up too, so if you do too little one night, the next night you could add just a bit more. That may be the best way to kind of get your perfect match, your perfect blend, whatever you need. This just completely stunned me. I'm so glad I actually tried it and kind of looked into it first to fully understand how to use it. I think next time, I do notice a little bit of patchiness like right up under here, so I was trying to balance that out today with some bronzers and powders, so I would probably be more mindful of these areas and kind of maybe bring it down just a bit more so I don't have to warm up as much with bronzers to match. But because I use so much high SPF on my face, and I do live in Florida, the Sunshine State, I do tend to have a paler face than I do body. So this is perfect for me because I don't ever really try to tan my face. And this made it look very natural. It honestly reminded me of when, okay, RIP skin, this is why I'm doing so much work now in my 30s. I did, as most kids did in the 2000s, some tanning beds. Oh, I hate to admit it now, but it's true. I did do some tanning beds, but I always loved how my face looked after a tanning bed because it was like I had an even like layer of sun across my face. I'm paying for it now. I'm doing a lot of work now and I have a lot of freckles, but this gave me the same like feeling, the same vibe of being so like, oh my gosh, my skin looks so good. My face looks so tanned but young but nice and plump, and it just is great. I love this a lot. I've only tried it once, so stay tuned. I can't wait to play with this more, to be perfectly honest with you, because I was so impressed with how my face looked this morning. And then when I was applying makeup on top of it and a couple other pieces of skincare, I thought it did fine. I thought it did really well. I wasn't sure what to do, honestly, because there was no directions. I was trying to seek some like counsel this morning with the card and the packaging, like, okay, but what do I do the next morning? Do I wash it off? I was like, well, the normal skin tanner kind of thing, you wouldn't. So I didn't. I just put some more skincare where I wanted it under the eyes and stuff, and then went on with my makeup. It did great. I am loving it. So now, as a lot of you guys know, what I love to do is to go online and see what the honest user reviews are. Let's get the computer going. Okay, so I'm now on the website for BoxyCharm to look into the reviews, and it looks like there's about 3.5 hearts as of this moment with 251 reviews. So let's see what's going on. I'm mostly seeing negative reviews right up the top, but it's because there's mostly people saying they don't want self-tanner. This is not something they're interested in, so essentially what they're doing is using their review to tell BoxyCharm, hey, this is me telling you don't put this in my box anymore. Because I'm seeing that right off the bat with less than 1 heart from multiple people. Caitlin S says, not super clear on directions for face only. 3 and a sliver heart into the 4th. Yes, that was one of the things I needed to do some research, because I was like, this is a small bottle. Am I supposed to put this all over? Is this for legs? Is this just for face? And that's when I realized there was a lot of before and after photos on, I think, Sephora's website to help me kind of figure out what to do with this, and people saying they couldn't believe how good their face looked. I was like, oh, okay, because it doesn't say just for face, neck, chest kind of thing. It just says how to use it, really. Looks nice and thick, says Brienne. Yes, the product comes out very thick, as I show in the B-roll footage. So definitely, I mean, you could start with minimal amount unless you know you have a deeper skin tone. I'm not upset with how mine looks today, but I think I would have started with a little bit less product. But since it said 4 to 12 drops, which I guess is a pretty big range, and it's a thicker product, you know, kind of user error is going to be for each person. Mary P gave this 4.5 hearts and says, this product is nice. The consistency is light and not sticky and goes on your skin evenly, making for a nice tan. The problem is that I notice very little in the way of tan. I spray tan, and I was hoping that this would help as my tan wears off on my face. Oh, see, I didn't find that to be at all, but I don't self-tan, so maybe that's the difference. I will say I did like that the claims on here were pretty obvious, that it says no streaks, no smells, no drama, vegan friendly and cruelty free. There is like a nice aroma to it, though, I would say. When I was applying it, I actually liked the smell of it. Now, I will say, now into the next day, and again, I did not wash off my face this morning because I was assuming you shouldn't with the self-tanner. I feel like there is a touch of a scent every now and again. When I'm kind of going about my day, when I'm kind of doing stuff, it kind of smells a little bit like maybe a little bit of a self-tanner or like SPF or something, but it doesn't just distract me during the day, and it's not a very overwhelming scent, personally. I did sleep in this last night, put it on last night, went to bed. I will say, I didn't feel like it was tacky, but maybe just a little bit like I could tell it was activated. I could tell it was doing something, but it didn't like keep me up or anything like that, and it didn't get anything on my pillowcase. Salima said, very thin texture, like a light serum. Excited to see if this works. I've been using it a couple of days. Oh, I could tell right away. Maybe I used too much. Oh, a lot of people saying they wish they would have gotten this. DK said 2 hearts. Okay, so I couldn't tell if this was working. I gave it several hours. Woke up to my hands being orange and my face a little blotchy, but that could be my error. As you could see in the footage, I definitely tried to use as many circular motions and be as evenly as I could when I applied this, and then immediately after I used it, I washed my hands because I was assuming with a self-tanner I should do that anyway. So that's what worked for me, but like I said, where I'm noticing some patchiness is more like under here, where I wasn't deliberately spreading it, it was just like the leftovers, so that's where I'd be more mindful. Amara A gave this 4.5 hearts and says, it works when I use it daily. No uneven tone or colors. Overall, it's not the best tanning serum I've ever tried, but it's definitely good. Oh yeah, I did notice because some people are saying they're trying the patch test to see how it works for them. I didn't even try to do the patch test. I was like, we're just gonna go all the way in, and if I look a little blotchy, then you guys will know. All in the sake of reviews, right? So Kathleen K gave this 5 hearts, said, I love the scent, but it is a product I probably won't get much use out of. I did a patch test on my belly, and 1 drop covered a large area. It does, I think a little goes a long way too. And for my fair skin, it did darken the area, but it's never something I would have wanted to use on my face. That's why I have makeup. May attempt to try this out on my legs, she says. Alexandria C gave it 5 hearts and says, I've used it once and so far it's helped me to blend out with my self-tanner. So I guess she probably uses self-tanner everywhere else and kind of helped her match. I'm pretty pleased with this. I'll keep you posted how I feel about it in the future. And if you don't know, if you happen to be new here, I love doing my quarterly BoxyCharm reviews where after 3 months time, I kind of give you a roundup of where things are for me. So I've already done 2 of those this year. Stay tuned, be subscribed, and I will be linking those below for you so you can check out what are my thoughts so far this year. So the product that I chose for my choice item for my premium box was something that I knew Adam would probably want to try. This is the Laura Mercier Balancing Foam Cleanser for $30. Now, I have tried this along with something else I got in my premium box, which was a Laura Mercier eye makeup remover. And I have to tell you, I really like this, and Adam immediately after he tried it was like, oh, what is this? I like this. This is actually really good for oily skin, and Adam and I both have oily skin. Some of you guys have asked me what kind of skin type does he have. He also has oily skin, and he's got some bossy pores as well. So he noticed immediately how he liked the texture. He even said to me at one point, he was like, you don't need as much as you think you do because it comes out kind of thick, but it goes a long way. So you don't even need to take out as much product as you think you do. You can really work it in, and for makeup it really gets off a lot as well. I also like how it feels afterwards. I like that it's not too tightening but makes your skin feel really clean. I think this is a really nice product that I've been enjoying using since I got it. So I'm kind of curious what their reviews are on this, considering there's only 193 reviews. A lot of these reviews are seeming pretty low in numbers lately. It's got 4.5 hearts. Evan G said, helped my skin for sure, 5 hearts. Foams nicely, but leaves my skin kinda sticky, says Caitlin S, 4.5 hearts. The smell is overpowering, not a fan, says Rachel W. She gave it about 3 hearts. I just got some on my nose, trying to smell it. I don't think it, I'm gonna take off my nose on my makeup on my nose, oh no. I don't think it has a very overwhelming scent for me personally at all. I don't even know if I smell it. And it was literally on my nose. Man, I'm gonna have a spot on my nose now. Sandra G said 5 hearts. All you need is a small amount because it lathers so nicely. It's a thick and creamy product and my face feels so clean afterwards. This has been one of my favorites lately. Nice formula and it takes off my makeup easily, says Rochelle P. Really cleanses, says Justin, 5 hearts. Foams up nicely, feels great on my skin, says Brittany W. Gave this 5 hearts. There's a lot of 5 hearts in here. Nice cleanser, says Jean A, 5 hearts. Love this cleanser because it's foam and it works the best, says Robin F, 5 hearts. A lot of us are really loving this. I am too. And Adam is. I know a lot of you keep asking, what does Adam think? Adam loves it. Now I gotta tell you something that Adam definitely doesn't love, and I don't know if I do either. This is the Hey Honey Trick and Treat Berry Lip Balm with a natural tint for berry, and it is $23. $23. I don't think so. I don't even think I realized that. Right now it looks like you could buy it in the add-ons for $4. That's a different story. I can tell you when I put this on, I did read the directions and it does tell you you should really use your finger with it because it's got some really nice ingredients in it. Trick Treat Tint. The name is still weird. However, what I will say is it's got this purple berry-ish tone to it that I think is supposed to be part of the gimmick of the berry balm natural tint, but it makes me look like I have purple lips, so it almost looks like I'm freezing really, really cold. And it gets out of the lines really, really easily. So for me, I would never use this with makeup because it would definitely start taking my makeup off around my mouth 1000%. It's not something I could wear during the day for me. It'd be a nighttime piece. But the scent, and I'm not sensitive to smells, is very distracting. That was one of the first things Adam said, is that he's like, I don't like the smell. Like, he was putting it on his lips and he's like, I can't get past the smell. I don't like the smell at all. It's kind of like a, I know this is supposed to be natural, but it almost feels like it's enhanced with a berry-ish scent to it that neither of us like. I also don't find that it actually feels very hydrating. It's kind of gritty and it kind of feels like it's probably exfoliating your lips as well, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not what I was expecting. Why do I keep smelling it? I don't know. It says 393 reviews at the moment, and it's got almost full 4 hearts. It's kind of more like 3 3/4. So let's see what people are saying. First review is from Shayna K. 3 hearts. This lip balm is a bit deceiving. It appears to be a deep purple in the package, but there is barely any pigment at all. It shows up clear on me. Yeah, I honestly thought, and maybe she had the better idea that she thought it was going to be more of like a lip color for the daytime and maybe to wear during the day, but for me, it does sheer out, obviously, but it makes my lips look purple like I'm freezing. Like I am in a cold winter tundra, and I am a character that is literally freezing to death. She says, the formula is really thick when I first apply it, which I didn't like. It did, however, sink in about an hour's time, and after that, my lips really did feel nice. I'm now using this as a bedtime lip mask. That's really the only way I found I could use it, is at nighttime. I usually love glosses, but this one is an off-putting smell and didn't spread on my lips the way I like, says Michelle C. 2 hearts. Is this supposed to be a gloss? A lot of people are calling it a gloss. Tiffany D gave this 5 hearts and said, this is so cute. The color is just a light berry colored tint, and it is so perfect for the fall time. It is very moisturizing for the lips, and it has a very sweet taste, which I like. Oh yeah, it does have like a taste to it. That's why I'm like, natural? Natural? I feel like it's overly scented and overly sweet. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's all of the natural ingredients that do that. Just don't get too much of it into the mouth because it has a funny aftertaste, but I love it and will be wearing it this fall. Love everything about this product, says Lauren B. Ooh, and Ashley N gave this less than 1 heart and says, this had the worst smell. I threw it out. Nice formula, not too sticky with a slight tint, says Rochelle, 5 hearts. It feels a little hard, needs something a little bit more oily or liquidy, says Laura G, 3 hearts. So this is kind of more of a personal preference thing, and I think maybe depending on what you think it is, like, this is definitely not a gloss. Some people are on here saying, like Mary Kay said, I don't know if I could get past this scent. It is so strong, and I normally love Hey Honey as a brand. She gave it less than 1 heart. Kind of different strokes, different folks. Some people are mentioning that it's a lackluster product, it's got bad taste, and then other people love it. So let me know, did you get this and what do you think? Adam and I are just kind of not fans of it. Something that I told you guys, or at least I teased you guys a little bit in my last BoxyCharm video, is that I had asked for a choice item to be the Lorac powder in the shade Soft Rose, because I specifically wanted to compare this and hope that this would be a dupe for my Becca Pink Haze powder that you know I am obsessed with, and I am so sad that I don't think this is going to be around much longer. I did mention really quickly a little sidebar from this BoxyCharm video to give you a Becca update if you missed my last video. Yes, Smashbox is sort of coming to the rescue and taking over 2 of their most loved products. They are sister companies under the umbrella of Estee Lauder, if you did not know. And Smashbox is going to be taking over the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector that I love, and their Champagne Pop Highlighter. It looks like those are the only two things, at least as of this moment, that we know of, that Smashbox is now going to be selling. It's like a Smashbox loves Becca kind of situation, but it's just those two products at the moment. So I don't believe this one is going to be available unless we can find it in a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's. Keeping my eye out for sure. But this is something that I have loved and I've raved about a long time. I have said I love using this powder specifically to smooth out the skin, to help out the texture. And she also does a really beautiful job of kind of evening things out, but also making things look a little bit more, natural. Sometimes if I get a little too much blush, or maybe I'm using a powder product that's a little harsh, and that did happen today, I could go in with this and smooth everything back out and kind of make it all back as one, make it seamless and beautiful. And there's a little bit of a reflective property to her, a little bit of a nice, not overwhelming tone that I want to say it's a little bit shimmery, a little bit more reflective in a good way that just makes your face look like glass, look like butter. I love her. She's amazing. So I really wanted this to be a dupe for this, so I have something to use when this is not around anymore. So for 2 days, I was trying this on its own. And now today, I am doing a wear off. I'm doing a face off, wear off, whatever we want to call this. I have the Lorac on this side and the Becca on this side. I'm going to pull out the big old mirror here that has the magnification side because I need to get all up in here. Now, I have some other products on that I'm not totally in love with that we haven't gotten to yet in this review, so stay tuned for that. But I wonder if this is going to be my dupe. Right now, both sides of my face look very, very similar. Now, I have some other things that I am trying behind the scenes, so I'm kind of noticing some things here and there. So I'm probably going to give you guys an update in an upcoming quarterly review, because as far as like them being dupes for each other, because as of this moment, I'm using a different primer that I'm still testing because it's new. Stay tuned for a faves and fails, that's coming. But I'm trying this other palette in here that I'm not loving, so I feel like that's kind of settling in ways that is distracting me. But they're looking super similar. Each side is looking nice, not overwhelming. Nothing is distracting me from either side, so we may have found something that works. We're gonna find out, but right now I'm not mad at either side of my face. I think they both look very similar right now, and that's good news. We wanna hear that when we're looking for a replacement product, you know what I mean? So it has 207 reviews as of this moment. You could get different options. I particularly chose Soft Rose because I wanted to match it to Pink Haze that I already had. So these people could be reviewing different colors and things like that too. Crossed my fingers for the pink one, says A Sabrina. So she wants this to work. Absolutely amazing. A new Holy Grail powder, says Kat B. Not thrilled with the pink one, says Caitlin S. 3 hearts. I wonder if she's ever used one of these type of powders before though. I love it and I want it to work. Oh yeah, we're talking about more color things here too, because Dana said, I received cinnamon. I'm very fair skinned. I don't know why this was chosen for me. So she didn't pick this. It sounds like she didn't pick the color. Boxy kind of sent it to her in a shade that doesn't work. I love this, says Monica V. 5 hearts. I love it, says Ariana. 5 hearts. Probably will never use this, and it's a pink colored one. I hope you guys, if you did get a pink one and you don't know how to use it, the way I love using it is after I have down the foundations, the concealers. Sometimes I'll do it then and put some down just as like a setting powder, but then I will use it again at the very end, after the bronzers, after the highlighters, after all the things, to really put it all back together. It's like a finishing powder that, even though it's a pink tint, it's not going to show up pink on your face. I mean, does my face look pink right now? No, it looks more bronzy. It's kind of put it all together, and then I do a spray down and it all becomes one. And just that top coat of that powder is going to make your skin look so nice. It's going to just be that cherry on top. Do you know what I mean? So even if you're not sure, like you're like, it's pink, I don't have a pink tone to you. I've even heard of people with even way darker skin tones than me loving the pink version, especially even if you look through like the Sephora reviews and things like that. I like to take a brush that has some fluff to her, you know, and kind of hold the middle to the back end of the brush, coat the whole dome, tap her off, and then just start in the areas, I start even in the areas that are like the bossiest for me. Like, and by bossy, I mean that's where my pores live and they want to show everyone they're there. So you just kind of like move it in, pat it in, stipple it in, do what you got to do, fluff it all around your face, do a set down, and you may be surprised. Now, I mean, this may not work for everybody, but so many people love the pink toned powders. I chose this on purpose. Beautiful finish, says Ashley, 5 hearts. I love this, says Remy, 5 hearts. Set my makeup nice. Great loose powder, helped control my oil on my nose, says Kathleen K. I love this, actually does what it claims, says Faith C. I don't even know what it claims to do, I guess, anymore. This ultra fine cashmere soft powder gives the illusion of an airbrushed, flawless complexion. The multi-purpose, airy, lightweight formula blurs the appearance of pores and fine lines, corrects under the eyes, as well as brightens for the ultimate glow while holding makeup all day without flashback. Set, bake, brighten without drying or setting. That's all the things this has always claimed to do and always did. So I'm so happy to get to try this even more. Stay tuned, but so far I am not mad at it. I think it might be doing what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. So I've already had this palette and I did gift away the one that I got as a duplicate already. As you guys may remember, if you saw my last video, my husband's office had an employee appreciation week, so I gave them all my duplicates. But I have been trying and using behind the scenes the Beauty Bakery Milk and Honey Highlighting Palette. This is a $38 value and I've already reviewed this on my channel, but I will go ahead and do the honest user reviews with you. As of this moment, I still kind of land where I did before. It's not that it's a bad highlighter, it's for me that it's very, very subtle. It requires a decent amount of buildup to really see it, but that's honestly not how a lot of highlighters are going right now. Everybody's wanting more of that subtle, natural glow. I did try to build it up a lot today and layer different shades on my like shoulders and collarbones here just to see if I can make her a little bit more like shiny, pretty, luminescent. Let's look like we are really glowing here. I have the shade Be Sweet on my cheeks up here, and I do feel like it's a little gritty here on the face, and I feel like it does cling to a touch of texture, which, and maybe I'm just spoiled because my Becca Champagne Pop and the other things that I like with it, like Opal or my Ofras, they don't do that. They don't cling to texture, and I feel like this does just enough that I notice it, and I'm not used to seeing that. But it's not a bad product. I want to keep playing with it a bit more. This has 850 reviews at the moment and has almost 4.5-ish hearts. Gabrielle S. gave this about 4.5 hearts, and she said 2 of the shades are a little darker than the photo shows, but it's a great product to receive, even if I'll only probably use one of the pans. Very pigmented, not too chunky overall. Nice, says Morgan B. 4.5 hearts. Perfect tones for my face, finally, says Michelle M. She gave it 4.5 hearts. Beautiful colors with shimmer, Shelby says. Seems like an okay palette. Wish I would have received something else though, says Gabriella, 2 hearts. You can kind of see how they look here in the swatches. I feel like when I do apply them though, they're much more subdued than the finger swatch initially shows, which I kind of showed you before. This is the one I figured I'd like the most, because she looks a little like Champagne Pop. I love this palette. The shades are so pretty, says Ashton. Cute palette, but not sure I'll get much use out of it. I'll probably only use one shade. That's why I was saying before in my last video, I was like, I thought palettes were kind of out because so many people were, after a while, were like, this is a lot of highlighter and I'm not going to use them all. I do have this on my shoulders today with this on my shoulders and this on my face. Love Beauty Bakery brand, and I'm excited to try this, says Christine. It's okay. I'm not really into highlighter palettes, but I know my best friend will love this. 4.5 hearts, says AJ. Something else I did receive in this box, but I already had a duplicate too, so I gifted away the one that I just received, and I have continued to keep using this Complex Culture Beauty Sonic T-Bar Facial Massager. That's $58. Looks like you could still add it to your cart for $24. It's got only 3 hearts, so I'm curious what other people are saying. I did already review this for you guys, show you how I used it in my last video, so go check that out if you want to see her in action. But I've liked using her well enough. I think this is going to work really well for sinuses too when I have allergies and stuff. I could see that. I'm just not sure how to use this, says Mary M, but she gave it 5 hearts. Oh, okay, so if you get multiple boxes, this could be a major duplicate, because Brandy W gave this 5 hearts and said, but between Ipsy and now Boxy, I've gotten 4 of these. Please don't send me any more. They never work well for me. Gabrielle S says, didn't we just receive a different massager last month? Yes. Does this mean I'm mad about this one? No, I like the different shape and the head, and this one is easier to get into with my smaller spots on my face. So you gave it 5 hearts. Morgan said 3 hearts. We got another tool very similar. Not sure how many I can use. Shelby P gave this little, about 4.5 hearts, and she said splurge item. I wouldn't buy it normally, but I like it. This is Ipsy's brand, not Happy Boxy, says Jenny A. Yes, I've seen some comments in my videos too that this brand, Complex Culture Beauty, is an Ipsy brand, and you are right. I actually have one of their brushes that I really like. It doesn't bother me because maybe this person doesn't know, Ipsy did purchase BoxyCharm, so it was kind of inevitable. I kind of assumed we'd start to see similar things, and that's also kind of why I don't really have any interest in investing in Ipsy at the moment, because now they're merged. I have a feeling there's going to be overlap. Too soon after receiving a face massager last month, says Michelle C, 3 hearts. This is kind of just getting middle of the road reviews. Yeah, just mostly has overall, like I said, 3 and a sliver heart. So how are you feeling about this? So I believe that is everything in my paid for September premium box, but I want to do a quick little review for the other things that I got in my PR box, because I couldn't do the honest user reviews then because they weren't up yet. So let's see what other people are saying about some of the other products. There were definitely some overlap in my boxes. So the good news is I don't have to go through too many of those with you, and I'll try to keep this a little bit wrapped up. Something I got in my PR box that I can now see what the honest user reviews are the Herbivore Botanicals Blue Tansy Resurfacing Clarity Mask. I have seen a few people talk about the color, and the color can range from like a blue tint to a green tint. So the fact that mine was green meant that it was still okay. I know some people were curious because when you look online, all of the swatches are like this really beautiful, vibrant blue. And we were all like, but ours is green. That's supposedly okay according to their website. So this online has about 372 reviews and about 4 hearts. It's a $48 value. Love this brand, but I don't love this mask, says A Sabrina C. This smells very similar to the lapis oil, stronger, and I just hate the scent in general. It feels refreshing on the face. Love it, says Gabrielle G, 5 hearts. This product was a pleasant surprise. I'm liking it, says Evan, 5 hearts. I love how this made my skin feel like after using it, says AJD. And for some reason, this scent is so nice to me, 5 hearts. Really, really happy I got this in my box, says Adamia M. Some people are complaining about the smell, like Melanie said she didn't like it, 2 hearts. And Sierra Sub W also said she does not care for the smell and gave it a very low score. It was too liquidy for Dawn W, and her smell, she said, the smell was awful and irritated her skin, and it turned it to red and made it break out. Ooh, Dawn, yeah, you might be allergic to something in there. Love the texture of this product, says Emily S. I need to maybe use this a little bit more. I've only used it like once or twice because I've been doing other things with my skincare routine. So, I don't know. Tell me, what do you guys think of this so far? Okay, I mentioned this a little bit earlier. This is the Laura Mercier Soothing Eye Makeup Remover, and it's a $27 value. Looks like you could add it to your cart right now for $12. I'm really liking this, and I've been using it pretty consistently. I've been doing a lot of bold eyes because of some of the products that I have been getting, and I actually really think this gets a lot of stuff off. I've even gotten some swatches off with my hand with this that's like eye products. I continually have been using this, even like really up close with maybe a Q-tip or a like bamboo pad, just to get right up underneath my lashes for some liners and darker things, and it gets it off beautifully. It's even helped get off glitter. So I actually am really enjoying this, and it looks like a lot of people are too. It's got 4.5 hearts out of 218 reviews. Works so well. I really like it, says Evan G. Really good product, says Natasha W. 4.5 hearts. The bottle was smaller than I anticipated, but I can always use a good eye makeup remover. My favorite thing in the box is Jennifer C, 4.5 hearts. Yeah, it's a very small. Works okay, says Afton R, 5 hearts. I'm super pleased that it did not irritate my eyes. Me too. I'm always kind of curious when I have to get that close up to my eye, but it does a great job. Does a great job of removing my eye makeup, and it's a good classic product, says Teresa. 5 hearts. Okay. A lot of love. Okay, so I haven't gotten to use this again since, but I was enjoying the Ghost Oil from Verb. Is actually something that I was really pleasantly surprised by, so I want to use this some more. It's got 4.5 hearts out of 556 reviews, so I'm not doing too bad. I like getting different stuff in my box, and if this helps tame my frizz, I am for it, says Gabrielle. Today I may actually need it because it looks like it's about to rain, and I let the dogs in and out because they were fussing at whatever they're fussing about, and that makes my curly hair get a little bigger and bigger each time I have to do that, so I may need this today. I don't normally use oil in my hair, but I'm willing to give this a try. Maybe it'll help tame some of my frizz. Verb is a good brand, so I hope this will be good, says Shayna K. She gave it 3 hearts because it sounds like she's also in her investigative time of this product. Not a product I would use, says Jenny A. Less than 1 heart. Ugh, stop sending me oils. I have 1 million of them now, says Evan. Less than 1 heart. Love this. Already use it, and I'm so happy to receive hair products. I wish I could get more, says Kristen. 5 hearts. So it kind of just depends. We'll see how these things flow as, you know, the years and the months and the things go on as far as this whole merge with Boxy and Ipsy goes. I'm hoping for the better. Hoping that they get a little bit more like, hey, this is what this person wants versus what this person wants. Something that I have on my eyes today, and I have found myself reaching for several times, is something I got from my PR box, and it is my Fenty Snap Shadows Mix and Match eyeshadow palette. This one here is in 7 Cadet. I really love these 3 shades and find myself reaching for them a ton. Actually, no, these 3 shades. The green one. That's what I was meaning. It says 4.5 hearts, so let's see what people are saying. Hi, Penny. Penny can tell it's about to rain, so she just came in here. Also, it's her birthday week. Not a fan. These colors are odd, says Evan G. I wonder which palette they got, because there are multiple palettes going around. Looks like there's at least 4. Penny, did you just burp? Don't be rude. Great eyeshadow, says Anastasia P. Super happy about receiving these as my choice item. I love everything Fenty that I've tried, says Stella. See, I'm the opposite. I've not loved everything from Fenty, so I was prepared to kind of like go one way or the other. Like I said, this shadow here is not my favorite. I mentioned that in my last video, and they're very loose. As you can see, this product's gone into here because I use these 3 pretty consistently, and these are the 3 that I think are going to look great for fall and what I have on my eyes today. Love, 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 says Lauren. Super cute and perfect for traveling. Super cute palette. I will use this a lot. Love the colors I picked. Can't wait to buy more. Great formula and pigment, says Deborah. Absolutely stunning. I picked the rosy one, and I'm so happy with it, says Angela. Gorgeous eyeshadow, says Melanie. This, quite a lot of love. Oh, I forgot with Luxe Boxes, it's like darn near impossible to find them on the website, so I have to Google and do all kinds of different things. Hold on, let me see how to find all the reviews. This is always so difficult lately with BoxyCharm, is finding the Luxe reviews because they're not pulling up on the website like everything else does. I think you guys told me I could go into my products. Okay, here we go. Thank you for that tip. You guys are awesome. Okay, so starting at the top here of what I am seeing on this BoxyLuxe page, I see the Cab Cosmetics contour palette. So it looks like it comes in possibly 2 shades. I got the volume 1. And I gifted this one away as well because I ended up getting 2. I have been trying this now behind the scenes on and off for a few days. I've tried it on my face. I've tried it for my eyes. I have tried it for under the eyes for like setting things, and I have feelings. I wanted to figure out a way to make this work. There are a few things from Cab Cosmetics that I have been able to use. Like there was like an oil, a lip oil that was really thick and nice. It had too big of a doe foot applicator as far as packaging goes because I feel like you got less product, but I loved how it felt. This product, unfortunately, I'm not finding much of a use for. I did start my face today with it. I tried it yesterday too. I used the shade Caramel, and there's a lot of kickback and fallout of product in there. So I would try to be mindful, but then I would realize what was on my brush and when I would tap it off to not have too much was what kept falling off. So I started trying to apply more, but then everything kept looking patchy. This side of my face today looks really patchy, whereas this side looked a little bit smoother. I don't know if it's just the way my hand is holding the brush because it's across my face versus this way to it, but I don't have that problem in other arenas. And at first I was like, is it the self-tanner part of it that was on there? And I'm like, no, I've tried this for multiple days in multiple wear tests, and it's never looked smooth 100%. Either it would be patchy up here or on the face, or maybe when I was trying to do the nose. One day, I think I did this off camera, I even tried to go into suntan as a little bit of a bronzer. Oh, it went too orangey. So then I tried using it as a shadow on like the crease. It turned color, it like almost oxidized or something, and it just started making everything else look patchy with it, even shadows that I know perform well. The Caramel shade was the shade that I thought I could use the most as far as like starting out a contour. I have it on today. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. I kept trying though, and then I went into like Vanilla Bean and Raw to maybe go under the eyes or down the nose or just to kind of highlight and brighten a touch. And I tried it to start my lids today. I think on the lids it did okay as far as like starting as a base. You could probably get away with that. Under the eyes, I kind of felt like it's just not as creamy. It's not as maybe milled well enough to really work with your skin. So if you have any under eye lines, it could really sink into them. At least it did on me. I think about a day and a half ago, maybe 2 days ago. I can't remember which day I tried that. I did try it a little bit today, I think. I also am a little disappointed in the shade range in this because I think I could see that there's 2 versions, and there's a really dark one that has a lot of orange tones to it, and then there's this one that would work better for me, but I don't know. I don't love this. It's got a nice mirror, so I could use that maybe. Maybe I can play with this some more and find different uses for it, but the 2 shades that I could use as a contour, which this is a contour palette, aren't very smooth. I also kind of prefer something with a little bit more of a gray tone to it. One of my favorite palettes is the Tarte Park Avenue, and the one I've hit the most pan on is this center one here that is a brown gray tone because that's gorgeous for doing like a easy contour to just do a little bit of chiseling for maybe the cheeks or the nose. And none of the colors in here, they're more of a red orange undertone, so it's kind of like it's working against my skin tone as well. Maybe that's what it is it's working against my skin tone. So I think I'll just stick to something that I really love and know works well, and even though it's a little older, the formula's still pretty creamy. This also required, I think I put down some notes on this. I said it was patchy, not too much color payoff, wears down, and must layer a lot. Even when I went to put caramel in my crease, because I thought I could use this for eyes. That's how I'm gonna spin this. This is how I'm gonna use this, is in my crease. Even after I took some time and blended and put it on and blended and put it on, and I was listening to music this morning, and the other mornings that I was doing it, it was like, ooh, where did it go? Like after a while, it just kind of like disappears. My face eats it. I don't know where it goes. Except for that orange shade. That orange shade, when I tried it one day, took over. So I'm not loving this. I'm curious what other people are going to say about it. And I know a lot of people are a little hot to trot because this is actually a brand you find in Walmart. This is a Bravo family. I think this is Kim Zolciak, Ariana, and Brielle. Is that their names? So a lot of people are like, this is one of those like Alibaba brands where people just stick their name on it. It's not quite quality. It's got 4 hearts out of 844 reviews on BoxyCharm's website. Let's see what people are saying. Nice big size, says Anna, 3 hearts. This is huge. Not sure I'll use it all though, says Micheline, 5 hearts. I really hate this item, less than 1 heart, says Amanda M. This thing is huge and not in a good way. The colors are off and it has an awful smell for face powders. Should I smell it? What is that? Like a cardboard chemical? Ew. Happy with this product that I have the variety of shades, and I was so happy to see that the banana shade was added to this palette, says Tiffany R, 5 hearts. Yes, there is a banana shade in here. Maybe I should try using that. I don't think I've actually reached into that one yet. I was doing more of these because I was kind of going with the way I like to do makeup, but maybe I'll try that. It's so nice, says Heather B, 5 hearts. I hate this face palette, says Adrian, right, or Andrea right below her, for less than 1 heart. Not only are the bronzers both super orange on my skin, but all the light colors are pretty much the same. That was my thought about a lot of these. They're very similar. And then there's just these 2, and then they're orange toned, so they're not working for my skin type. Even though I have on a face tanner that probably made me a little bit closer to it, you know? I wasn't expecting such a large palette, says Dominique S. This has a great selection of colors. I'll be excited to try it, 5 hearts. Shayna K said 3 hearts. Glad to receive a makeup product. Totally agree with her. But this shouldn't be in a luxe box, considering this is sold at Walmart. That being said, it's a huge palette with several shades that I can hopefully get use out of. Yeah, the retail on this is some BS in my mind because it says 60. So I think they have certain lines at Walmart, like I think their white packaging might be considered the Walmart version. Maybe this is supposed to be their luxe version. I really don't know. I was trying to do a little bit of investigating, but it just seems a little wishy-washy. A lot of people are saying they really like how big it is and how much product you get too, and they're giving it 5 hearts. So tell me where you landed on this. Can you make this work? How do you feel about the banana powder if you've tried it? Maybe that'll be my next adventure. All right, I've still not tried the new Defense drops, honestly, and I'm really curious what people are going to say about it. I did get a duplicate of this in my paid-for box versus PR, so I did gift one away. I was like, do you want this? And somebody was like, yes, give it to me. I want it. And I'm like, okay, you let me know. I want to know. I want to know what people are saying, so I really was kind of holding out for this part of the video. So let's see. Ooh. Okay. Out of 651 reviews, it's got 2.5-ish hearts. Closer to 3, but we're more, not fully there. Not a fan of getting supplements in our boxes. Less than 1 heart, says Anna G. This does not belong in a beauty box. Please don't send these anymore, says Michelle and D. Less than 1 heart. Skeptical on trying this. Not what I would expect to get in a beauty box, says Evelyn. 2 hearts. Okay, so the masses are telling BoxyCharm / Ipsy no mo. No mo. No and no. This has not belong in a beauty box, says Alana O with less than 1 heart. Read beauty box. That is what you are. I don't want nor need some strange snake oil potion. Thank you very much. I'm canceling my Luxe subscription today. Ipsy / Boxy, you're making choices and you're getting the feedback. I'm really curious to see how the play develops in the next quarter, year end, getting into January. I'm really curious because I know that's going to take probably as long as it will to adjust, pivot, see how things work out. So I'm very curious. Stay tuned. Good taste, says Marie Andre D. 5 hearts. Can't wait to see if this works. I can't say I won't try this. I may try this and keep you updated. No thanks, Shayna K. Less than 1 heart. Please don't put these kinds of items in beauty box subscriptions. And then she goes on and on. Okay, there's a lot of PO'd people. Shayla B gave it 5 hearts and says, these are great. They don't taste as bad as they smell either. Haha. No, why would you put this in a beauty box, says Stella. I think this would have gone over much better in like a FabFitFun kind of thing. And maybe that's what they're trying to become. Who the heck knows? Not me. Nobody tells me the insider stuff. I'm just here for the ride with you guys. So let's see how the play develops because I'm really curious over the next few months. I did get the hair straightener too, and I liked it. As a girl with really curly hair and it's still really humid and rainy in Florida, I'm probably not going to be leaning into it too much. I'll probably be using that more in the winter. But out of the 509 reviews they have online, it's almost a full 4 hearts. Kind of getting middle of the road reviews for that straightener. So tell me what your thoughts were if you did get that. So today I do have on, it came in my box because I think this was a choice item for my paid-for box. This is the iconic London Triple Threat Mascara. And I was kind of like, what kind of triple threat are you? Because the bristles for me are not a kind I generally like. But I always say, with mascaras, I got to give them some time. I can't do first impressions. You got to let it thicken up, live its life. I think today, I used it on my lower lashes. I obviously have on some fake lashes today up here. But it's because I knew I didn't really care for how it looks right now on my upper lashes, but lower lashes, it gives that baby doll effect where it grabs multiple, pulls them together, and it just does that look. I feel like that's kind of like a trend that kind of goes on and off where you want the baby doll version underneath because it makes them look a little bit more pronounced. I'm okay with this on my lower lashes. Not sure how I feel about it for my upper lashes yet. I want to see how it oxidizes over the next few weeks. Usually I have found mascaras work better when they're at the middle part of their life. That's when they start to be impressive. So stay tuned, but let's see what people are saying. Because it looks like right now this has 4 hearts. I like it, says Michelle Line D. Anna G gave this 3 hearts and says, it's an okay mascara. Choice item for the win, says Amanda M. Can never go wrong with mascara, says Gabriella, 4.5 hearts. Works great. It's a black mascara. Wish the brush was slightly different, but overall it's a great product, says Tiffany R, 5 hearts. Yeah. Truly love this mascara. It built up and makes my lashes look long, and it doesn't make them look so bulky. I did notice how long some of my lashes look right up front on the lower lash, and I was like, oh. Now I need you to do that up top, and then we're cooking. Advertised to replace falsies, yet this product is nothing on my Tarte's Man-Eater. Even when I applied it with lots of lumps and it clumps, says Christina S, less than 1 heart. Ooh. I'm gonna give this time, because again, give it its moment. Let it oxidize. Tell me, have you tried this? Do you like this? Have you had one longer than the first impression? Tell me. Check out the reviews for this Lifestyle Co. Bamboo Body Polish. I've been using this pretty consistently when I'm in the shower, and it's got a little nice exfoliating scrub, but not a ton to it. I also enjoy the scent, but it's a very small little guy for, I don't remember how much this was. $49. Holy buckets. I don't think I'd ever spend money on this, but I do have a note on here that I was like, yeah, I do like this. And I do. I've been using it. This is the second one I got in another box, and I was like, well, I'm going to need two because it's so small. I'm going to need to use it up and see how much, if I see much of like a, my skin doesn't necessarily feel too much softer, but it does feel a little softer after I use this. Smells good, but it's a super watery consistency, says Anna G. Yes, I agree with her. 3 hearts. It's just okay. It's not bad, but it's not great. Just okay, says Amanda. 3 hearts. I feel like that too, and for 50 bucks, wow me, impress me, take me out to dinner, you know, woo me a bit. I would never spend this much money on it. I like getting it. I kept the second one that I got, didn't gift it away, but come on, woo me a little bit. Okay, so the Rare palette that I got, I picked this one, Confident Energy, because these were the fall tones I was living for. So I tried using this one right here as a replacement for this little palette's top corner shadow that I told you did not perform well in my last video. And I'll be honest, I had to work with this a ton, and I didn't care for it. And I said this was like the one that is in this palette is going to make it go, but this shade disappeared. I mean, this one at least lasted after I worked it up, and maybe I needed to put more work into this, but I didn't know it because it performed beautifully when I put it on. But then I was like, where'd you go? Why'd you ghost me? You're like an ex. Where'd you go? What happened? This one at least stayed after I did a ton of work to it. Today I have on this gorgeous green tone. I put a bunch of them next to my eye look I was creating just to see what I wanted to go with for a fall look today. And that green gold tone that's got some yellow to it, I was like, let's play. And I think my eyes look really nice today. I combined these two palettes to create something really fun. I also used a little bit of the Ciate London palette that I Am Woman palette that still shocks me. That's what I have all in my eyes today. And I think after building this up quite a bit, because I kept layering her back because I didn't want this whole color to go away, I think she's done better today. So I don't know if it's just that one shade or maybe I didn't put enough layers on it the first time. But now that I'm using this end color here, I really like it. I think it goes well with the look I'm going for today. I think she's lasted. I did take the dogs on a walk while it was still sunny and bright outside, and not doing bad. Not doing bad. I'm really liking this. So I'm curious what other people are going to say. I did play a little bit with this brown tone here. I used it on a very thin brush, a detail brush under the eyes just to help, you know, just kind of give it a little bit of flair underneath here. And I think you can see her through the mascara. I think it gives it a little bit of life, a little bit of color and dimension, but nothing overwhelming. So I'm going to keep playing with this. I want to play with this blue in an upcoming look. I kind of thought I would do that today, and then I saw this green tone. I was like, blue's a little obvious for you, Nichole. Go a little different. So this green shade impressed me. She's got 97 reviews so far, and she has almost 5 hearts. She's got more than 4.5, but not quite 5. Love this palette so much, says Megan G. Amazing colors, says Rachel F. Love the colors and formula. Can't wait to try more from her brand, says Stella. Rich, gorgeous colors, goes on smoothly and vibrant. One of my 2 picks and the only one in Luxe worth getting, says Lindsay. Bold and glittery colors. 3 hearts, says Tunya. She's not a big fan of the glittery part, I guess. So excited to see Rare Beauty in my box, says Polly, 5 hearts. This palette is beautiful. Absolutely love this, says Debbie. I don't love the color story in this, however, the eyeshadow is creamy and beautiful. I've used the brown as an all-over shade, and I love it. Excited to try more from this brand. Oh, I didn't even think about putting this all over the eye. That's a good idea, too. The other thing I did get from Rare that I wanted to check out the reviews on is this Blot and Glow touch-up kit for $26. I honestly haven't used it too terribly much. Let's just see here. How we doing? Let's put it together. This thing still shocks me because it like does not absorb all the stuff. It just kind of like takes away the shine. It feels kind of cheap, but it's okay, says Amanda M. It's not really what she thought it would be, so she gave it 3 hearts. Should be useful, says Heather B. 4.5 hearts. So convenient and refillable. Used it immediately when I opened my box. I used the sheets and then I used the puffed. It worked amazing, says Christina. 5 hearts. Favorite thing in the box, says Gabby. I like this and I needed one, says Samantha. I have super dry skin and this isn't going to work for me, says Christina H. 1 heart. I get that. Going in my office desk, says Megan T. 5 hearts. That's what I was saying, because I'm like, if I was still in an office, I think that's where this would live, because for me, this would be a handbag piece. But as you can see, it's super bulky. It's like this huge pill format. I mean, it's not small. So that's actually a great idea. Michelle S. 3 hearts. I'm confused. There's powder pre-filled in the puff. It doesn't seem that way to me. No powder comes out at all. Though when I use this on my face, it does slightly, all caps slightly, take away shine. The blot papers are nice. I've kind of thought that too about the puff. Very convenient. I'll add it to my bag. This was so fancy, says Angelica. It does feel kind of fancy. It does help take my oil down. Just not sure if I'd buy it because it didn't wow me, says Julianne D. 3 hearts. Yeah, and I've got a lot of great powders. So tell me what your thoughts were on this. I'm curious if I'm going to keep using this like as I'm getting oily throughout the day. Do I grab for it? So far, not really. Okay, so there are things missing from this page. Like I don't see Dew of the Gods, the Froze lip scrub. That is something I did get in this box. And I don't know if I'm just not a lip scrub girl or I'm just really picky when it comes to my lips. Because I tried this and it was, for me, extra gritty. And I really did not care for how it left my lips feeling even afterwards. Like, look how much there is. Like it's all like a little bunch of rocks. Like it's a bunch of crystallized things that to me just felt like I was rubbing a bunch of crystals, rough crystals over my lips. There wasn't a lot of moisture in here at all. So I was just kind of like, what do I do? Why isn't there enough moisture in here? I felt like I was just rubbing a lot of crystally products over this. So for me, this is not really something I am loving personally. Oh wait, there it is. There it is. I didn't even see, oh, she's got 3 hearts. So it was at the very bottom of the page. I finally found it. Not getting very good reviews. Half of it leaked in the box. Second time this has happened, says Evely. Super cute packaging. I'll use this winter maybe, says Shayna K. 3 hearts. Too chunky and it didn't do much, says Kate M. Yeah, too chunky. Too many crystals. Didn't feel good. It smells good and it does the job okay, but it's very messy, says Shayla. 4.5 hearts. I was excited to use this until I used this, says Gabby. Is it just sugar? So when I try to apply it, the scrub just falls everywhere. Yes, it's messy. And there's no binding liquid or gel, just sugar rocks. Less than 1 heart. Yes, that was my experience, 100%. I really don't like the way it goes on, but it did make her lips feel better, says Nichole S. She's gave it about 2-3 hearts. Smells kind of weird and has really, really big chunks and it kind of hurts when you rub it on. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Okay guys, I think that is everything that I have gotten in my boxes. Tell me, what did you get that was different from me? As I'm looking through, there are still some other things out there. So tell me what you thought below. I love hearing from you guys. And definitely stay tuned for my updates because you never know where things are going to land for me in the future. Thank you so much for watching. And if you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, hi new friends. I really hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all of the reviews and try-ons and first impressions to come.